Guardian down.
Right, I'm back. Right. Yeah, Johnny. Yeah, I was saying to fucking Feezy and Mitch and that after all that shit happened today, I was like, I don't understand why it can't just be like what it was in D1 with my old clan. Like, literally, if we had like an issue or someone had upset
Guardian
anybody,
down.
you'd literally jump in a chat party and then you'd be like, mate, just mute the others a second, I just want to have a chat with you and all that. And then it'd be like, yeah, fucking the other day or yesterday or whatever it was, fucking, I just felt like you were being a dick or this and this.
Guardian down.
And then you'd be like, well, no, I wasn't trying to be a dick or whatever. And, you know, you'd apologise or whatever it was, sort it out between years. And then literally fucking 2 minutes later, you'd go back to, right, well, fucking
Guardian down.
water under the bridge, bro. Let's just fucking get back and have a laugh and fucking get some shit done today. Do you know what I mean? I don't understand why we can't do stuff like that.
Guardian down.
Cause, oh yeah, yeah, but yeah, but
Guardian
it's
down.
just one of those like Feezy and some of the other guys said it's been a pain in the ass today because literally they've been jumping from fucking party to party all day. Do you know what I mean? It's just,
Guardian down.
and like I had to wait until Buck left the party so I could join the party and play with catching that in the Iron Banner. So
Guardian down.
but Mitch, didn't fucking Buck say something about he left the clan because he can't deal with all the bitching?
Yep.
Guardian down.
But this is the thing, we don't normally bitch with each other anyway. Like, I don't recall us ever really bitching with each other. It, it's just because it's a new raid and everyone's getting stressed because they just want to get it done. Like, that's all it is. And not just that, everyone's got shit going on. You got shit going on, I've got fucking life changes going on at the moment. Fucking Mitch has found his first pube.
Excuse me. Do you realise that's on my YouTube right now? I'm streaming it.
Mitch, you can have people fucking posting on that. Right, guys. I'll just explain it to you. Just follow me a second. Whoever hasn't, who hasn't fucking completed this encounter yet. Just two. Yeah. Right. So, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to initiate. Shoot the boss. He's going to drop to the ground. We're going to clear out some ads first, right? Then we're going to be broken down into 3 teams. You're going to have team 1 and 2. Then you're going to have the building team. Does everyone get that, yeah? So the 2 builders, their sole job is, every time you shoot out a light on his leg or his arm, basically one of the floors is going to disappear somewhere. And it's up to the 2 builders in between ad waves to get these floors built so that we don't have a river to stand on and die, if that makes sense. No, that's cool. So, no. So what I'll have is the 2 guys that haven't done it before are going to be the moat collectors. But what I want is 1 guy on each team, if that makes sense. Just so no. So basically, what we're going to do, guys. Yeah. See. you do the reason why you do one side first, guys, is because once we've filled one side, the ads can't sacrifice themselves in it, which means we can focus on defending the one side a lot easier, if that makes sense. So what I want is, Con, you're going to be team 1. Beastie or Johnny, take your pick. Alright, Beastie, team 1. Johnny, you're going to go team 2 with Gaza. So basically, right, guys. Alright. Go for the Whisper if you haven't got the Izanagi. And then yeah. Oh no, I use Recluse. I've got Izanagi and then I've got Whisper for the floor DPS. I've got Swarm with a Raven, and then when he's up in the air, I've got a Whisper.
You mean Izanagi?
Izanagi, sorry. Yeah.
I've got Recluse, Wendigo, Izanagi.
Johnny, I watched them one phase this, bro, and it's so easy to one phase this boss. But the same setup I've got, Recluse, Izanagi, and fucking Swarm. But the reason why it was so easy is because their team, because they're a team that play together all the time. They were in sync with each other, if that makes sense. So, literally, basically what they did is, to make it faster, 4 of them tethered on the left, right? As soon as they tethered, there was already a well down. Then, every single guy on the team unloaded a full magazine of grenade launcher into his chest. And when he went up into the air, they all unloaded a single shot from the Izanagis, right? Then, once they had done that, the 4 guys, would then go to the right-hand side and bang the tether real quick, while the other 2 guys have got a bobble and a well up, and they're just hammering constant sniper shots at him while he's in the air. Then, as soon as he drops to the ground, the 4 guys would literally bomber straight back, reload as they're jumping back, hammer shitloads of grenade launcher into him, and as soon as he went up into the air, they all just hammered him with their fucking Izanagis, and they one-phased him. It was disgusting, but they made it look so easy. And the reason, where they got the extended DPS from was actually doing the first tether, then all 6 of them firing off a magazine of grenade, and then 1 or 2 shots of Izanagis, then jumping to the right and tethering real quick. Does that make sense? Which it does make sense, because in all fairness, between tethers you do actually have more time than what you think. But the reason why they did it, the reason why they were doing that is because they had 4 people jumping to the right hand side, which meant it was a lot quicker for them to do the tether. So from the right hand side, for example, they had 1 guy here, 1 guy here, 1 guy here. There'd be another guy. Was it? Yeah. So they literally just had 1 guy, 1, and 1, and then the 3 guys, were doing the DPS. The reason why they used 4 on the left-hand side is just to speed things up. So they were using 4 people on the first tether and then 3 people on the second tether. So basically, they tether him on the left. They'd all fire a grenade launcher load off into his chest. Then they'd all use a single shot of the Izanagi, while the 3 guys just kept on hammering him with the Izanagi. The other 3 guys, after they fired off a single shot to his chest, would jump over, get in position for the tether. The guy would turn around, shoot, line up, drop him, fire off another load of grenade launcher, and then just fucking DPS the shit out of him. But, like, yeah. Oh, and another thing as well, guys. What they did is when they hit it, when they did the second tether, the hunter fired a tether into his chest. So when he dropped to the ground, the hunter jumped up and fired a tether into his chest because it and the reason why he does that is because it stops the cyclopses from spawning because it doesn't blow up the actual thing. So then, if you can imagine, Johnny, all of them, when they actually finally started off the DPS, were getting massive crit shots while being in a well and having weapons of light procs. Like, don't get me wrong.
And we wipe then so I can get my super.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. We'll get that done at some point. Do you know what I mean?
Down.
But it's all about fucking, like, I don't mind helping other people out, but ideally what I would like is a full-blown, like, just a straight-up 6 of us who are like of a synchronized 6-man rating, because if we had I personally think, right, if we had a 6-man synchronized rating, by the time the next raid comes out, if we were that in sync with each other, I reckon we could be able to get the 24-hour thing, because you'll notice these raid teams that do the 24-hour thing and get it done, they always go in with the same 6. Exactly. Right, anyway, so for the 2 guys anyway, so basically you're going to have, we're going to go for the left hand side first, which is blue. So you've got light and dark, guys. Dark is orange, blue is light, but just look at it as blue and fucking orange, right? It's a lot easier. To open the blue portal, you shoot his leg. To open the orange portal, you shoot his shoulder on the right hand side. When it comes... So basically, what we're going to do is we'll drop him down to the ground. We'll shoot the ads on the ground. Once we've cleared the ads out and the angelic, we will then be able to use the tether things, if that makes sense. And that'll be for the builders. Once we've done that, you'll see his shoulder and his leg light up. We'll shoot his leg first. As soon as we shoot his leg, Team 1 should be right here where I am. If you see. So right here where I am, Team 1 will be right here, in position, ready. As soon as his leg's dropped, we'll say Team 1 in. Team 1 goes straight in, they kill all the ads in there, and grab the motes. As soon as you've picked up all the motes, you shout pull. As soon as you shout pull, the guys on the outside, which will be Team 2, one of the guys from Team 2, will then shoot his leg again to reopen the portal. You guys will teleport up where we spawn, and then you'll come down to the bank, which will be the tower with the light above it and the tether thing above it, right? When you're depositing motes, if you've got ads around the area that haven't got shields, clear the ads out, give it a little bit of a delay, then bank the motes, and the first guy that banks always goes to the right. And then when you're on the right hand side, the first guy that banks, obviously because this place is done, will stay on the right hand side, if that makes sense. You got me so far? No, you're collecting as many motes as you can physically hold until all the motes are gone. Right, so yeah. But right, once you've gone in, As soon as you shout pull, Team 2 should be in position right here for this portal, ready to rock and roll. They'll shoot his leg. They will go straight in as soon as they've shot his leg. So effectively, it's just a switch. They're going straight in the portal while you're going down to bank. Yeah, so ideally, one of you be designated to take down the Cyclops. It just makes life easier for the builders, because obviously the builders are going to be doing the ad clearing, and they're going to be trying to keep the platforms up to stop you guys from dying. As soon as Team 2 come out, or as soon as Team 2 say pull, shoot the left leg again. Team 2 will take care of the Cyclops. And Team 1 will be moving over to the right-hand side. Well, one of the guys from Team 1 will be over on the right-hand side. The other guy will be here just in case there's ads. Then he will move to the right. As soon as Team 2 have come back down and dropped their moats, Team 1 shoot the right-hand shoulder and go straight through the portal. And then it's the same thing again. As soon as you say pull, Team 2 should be on the right-hand side, ready to rock and roll to go straight through the portal. As soon as we've done that, and Team 2 bank, you'll see a load of ads. You'll see a load of ads coming out. We clear all the ads up in the angelic. Once we've cleared the ads up in the angelic, there's going to be 2 teams of 3. So, one team of 3 is going to be tethering only, and the other team of 3 is going to be doing DPS. The reason why is because it just gives us more consistent DPS. We found this easy the other day, Johnny, believe it or not. So literally, you'd have 3 guys designated in the middle, which will be Team 1 and one of the builders. And then Team 2 and one of the builders will be doing the tethering. If that makes sense, guys. So what you'll see is when we've filled all the banks and we get to DPS phase, you'll see a crossing in the middle. The cross will either be orange or white. That designates what side to tether. The builders or the tetherers will call out what side it is, and then the DPSers will move to the opposite side. So, for example, if it's orange, the DPSers will do DPS from here. If it's blue, the DPSers will do DPS from Johnny, so you don't interrupt the tether. Yeah, it's just a lot easier, because what it means then is we tether the left-hand side, right? The team that aren't tethering, who are just doing DPS, will literally just constantly be raining hell down on him. And then once we've done the tether on the left-hand side, guys, once we've done the tether at either side it is, guys, the DPS team will only be focusing on DPS. It just means that you've got less people that you need to rely on to do the tether. It just makes life a lot easier. The guys who are doing tether, as soon as you drop down, fire a magazine off of your grenade or whatever you've got for the ground. Then we'll jump in onto whatever position we need to, right or left, in position to do tether. Johnny, I'll go front because I'll go front if you want. If you want to go middle, and then actually, Johnny, you go front. I'll shoot the block. Gaza, you're going to be in the middle of the tether. So basically, say it's here. I'll stand. Yeah. So say it's here, Gaza. I'm going to stand here. If it's this one, I'll get the tether. You are going to be here, right? And then Johnny is going to be up on this box here, and that's to get the tether. If it's the left-hand side, Gaza. If it's this one here, you're going to stand here. If it's this one here, you're going to stand up here. And it's just so that we can get the maximum extension on the tether. Because you're the guy in the middle, if the tether's not reaching me, just move forward slightly, if that makes sense, because you're the guy that moves forward and backwards to make sure both tethers connect. and then fucking Mitch's team are going to be on the ground just doing constant DPS. It's randomized, so it could be anywhere on the left and it could be anywhere on the right. So, sometimes it could be literally up the boss's ass, and when I mean that, I mean literally between his legs. Yep. Beastie understands.
Yep.
Just remember the DPS guys. If it starts on the left-hand side, the guys who are doing DPS on the ground, just make sure you put wells and bobbles down, so that you can just keep doing your DPS and shit like that. That would be Gaza. Oh,
Did you tell
guys,
him
just
about the
one.
Cyclops?
Johnny. Yeah. Either way, guys. I mean, like, fucking, if the builders aren't doing anything, then one of us will probably take out the Cyclops for you, if that makes sense. If we've already done our job. But let's give it some run throughs, guys, just so you can see how the mechanics work, and it's just literally learning over time. I'm actually pretty